that I'm at an all-time.
What is up, guys? It's Elements here, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. As you can see, this isn't one of our normal cut-coms videos. I'm not playing it all. You see next-gen gameplay in the background. Like, how is he doing this? I'm actually using this one guy's gameplay that I found on Twitter. His link will be in the description. Go drop him a sub. Go give him a like. So, yeah, today I figured I'd do a little story time of... I've told this story before on my channel, but it was back when I had like 300 subs or something. So I decided to retell it now. So, yeah. So, this story takes place about in 8th grade, I would say. Yeah, it was in 8th grade. What do you mean what I would say? But, it was with in my math class. He wasn't the greatest teacher. I'll give him Mr. Diet Dew. That's what I called him last time. The reason being is he always used to drink Diet Dew, like in class every day. He'd have a can of Diet Dew. So I was in this class with my friend Jared and a couple other people. I know Jared watches some of my videos, but he'll probably remember this. It was back in like second semester, I believe. He had some off days. He has some cranky days, but I don't know what was up today. He just wasn't feeling it. So basically, I walk into class and I sit down in my normal seat. And mine being is the day before I got in trouble and I got my seat moved, and I totally forgot that my seat got moved. So when I went to go sit down, I sat in my original seat that I've been sitting in for the whole second semester so far. And how I got my seat moved was kind of a funny thing. He said we were learning the input thing or outputs, and he's like, what do you get when you put cake, eggs, and milk into a batter thing? And I said a mess. And he didn't find that too funny. I guess his humor bone wasn't tickling that day. But so yeah, he moved me to like the front area. There's like a table here, and my desk was over here, and I got moved to this table sort of thing. So once I was at this table the next day of class ended, I went home, went to my other classes, I just minded my own business. So next day comes and I sit in the wrong seat, and he's pretty angry at me, and I'll tell you what he told me. And so basically he told me, he's like, as soon as I sat down in the wrong seat, he told me, Devin, that's not your seat. And I'm like, I've been sitting here for the past month. He's like, remember yesterday I moved you? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, sir, I'll go sit in my seat. He's like, are you giving me attitude? Because I'm like, I forgot. He's like, are you giving me attitude? And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to give you any attitude. And he's like, that's a lunch detention. He would always give lunch detentions, and you just have to skip your lunch and go sit with him in his wonderful class. But, so he gave me a lunch detention. I'm like, wait, why did I get a lunch detention? Like, I'm confused, right? Because I'm like, I'm sorry, I forgot what seat I was sitting in. I've been sitting there for the past 2 semesters. And, so he was pretty furious at me. And he gave me a lunch detention, and I was trying to get him mad at him. I'm like, okay, why did I get a lunch detention? You know, he's like, Devin, don't start with me. I'm like, I'm just asking why. He's like, okay, go down to the office. And at this point, no. He gave me a step. My bad. He gave me a step, and at our school, steps are if you get 3 of them, it's a detention, an hour detention, half-hour detention. 4 is like an hour detention, and like 5 is like a dean's referral or something. So he gave me a step, and that was like my second step or something. So I was good. It's just a phone call home. But he's like, do you want to keep going? I'm like, why are you doing this to me? I just sat in the wrong seat by accident. I haven't been sitting there. It was the first time I've ever sat there. He's like, okay, Devin, you're giving me so much attitude. Go down to the office. So here I'm sitting here. I had to get escorted by this like office runner because he thought I was that much of a threat to the school. Because I'm gonna sit in the wrong seat again. Gonna hurt someone. But so yeah, going out of the office. I'm explaining to the office runner, and she's just sitting there like laughing at me, like, really? I'm like, yeah. So I get down to the office, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay. So we had this really chill guy. Let's call him Larry. Yeah, we'll call him Larry. So the dean Larry was he was really cool. I would talk to him sometimes in the hallways. Larry was a pretty chill guy. So basically I was sitting there. Larry asks me, he's like, so what happened? Why did he send you down to the dean's office? And I explained to him, like, yeah, I sat in the wrong seat, and he got really mad at me. He's like, well, how long have you been sitting there? I said, oh, he just moved me there yesterday, I forgot. He wouldn't understand that I made an honest mistake. So, I don't know why I can't sit still, but he's like, so I explained it to him, and he started laughing. Like, he's like, he wasn't laughing at me, he was laughing at the teacher. That was the funny thing. Like, he's like, oh, that teacher's being ridiculous. Because, like, he sends people down to the stupidest reason. He sent someone down to the office because they didn't shut the door. Like, you don't shut the door and you send someone down to the office. Like, he didn't even ask her to. He's like, Kendra, you didn't shut the door. Go down to the office. That's not her name, by the way. I just made that name up. But, so he's, like, laughing at it because he's like, and we're joking around. So then he's like, I would send you back to class, but he's probably going to get really angry at you, and we don't want that. And, I'm like, yeah, I'll just stay here. I'm like, he's like, what are you guys doing in class? I'm like, just taking a test. So, after the bell rings, I go up to his class to get my stuff, because he wouldn't let me get my stuff when I was going out of the office. So, I head up there, I'm like, I'm sorry, Mr. Diet Do, sorry for giving you attitude, apparently. He's like, yeah, you should be. And I was like, okay, like, apparently you're not having a good day. Must not have his diet do today, but he wasn't too happy. So I'm like, okay, do we have any homework? He's like, what do you mean? Like, he's giving me so much attitude. So I'm at this point, I'm just like, okay, have a nice day. I'll see you tomorrow in class. I'll remember to sit in the right seat. So yeah, that was pretty much a story from my middle school years. I know it wasn't the most entertaining, but it was probably one of my meanest teachers ever. I have some more stories if you guys would like to hear that. I have one that this guy threatened us when we were out doing stuff when we were in 6th grade. But I'm gonna leave that to a different story. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, comment, let you like. See you next. Later.
I kill this shit even though I'm broke. Yeah, the money moving slow. I'm the spirit. Cause 9 to 5 I'm working, it's a joke. Give me money, fool. They made me wanna sell my dope. They made me wanna go and sell dope with my niggas. It's like I'm riding down a slow.